TikTok set up. And this is too damn hot, but we're gonna bring this down a little bit. I feel like this is kind of just in my face. Okay, that works for me. Do I want a candle? Hey, Memory. How you doing, girl? I am hopping on here because I have been busy these last couple of days because I randomly woke up. Y'all gonna have to excuse me because I just hopped on here like didn't give a fuck in the world. Okay. But anyways, I've been working on my book this whole week because I woke up Monday and just said, I'm gonna write a book. And so I have been working on it. It's just been coming down, and I was talking to Spirit earlier today, meaning like a message was coming through for me. And I realized today that it's not about the choices that we make. And so I wanted to hop on here and talk about that, like what I mean by that, because Spirit has been trying to like work me through shame, because shame is something that comes from the society that we live in, from every single system, whether it's education, religion, whatever. Shame has always been in the picture, but we have such a negative relationship with shame, and it causes us to shame ourselves, which then causes all these issues when it comes to us making decisions and, creating the life that we actually want, opposed to what society says we should want. Hey, Cam. And so I just wanted to talk about it real quick because I wasn't going to hop on here, but I said, you know what? I feel like I need to get this out. So, hold on. I need to put on some music. I had to delete one of my favorite artists that I recently found, y'all, because I found out she was AI. I don't need AI creating my music. That made me so mad because the music was good, y'all. Like, it was good. It was like jazz, R&B type of mix, but I noticed like I couldn't find her on any social media. And then the only people, like I started clicking on the people that she was collabing with, and it was other AI artists. Like they got fucking Dreadhead, Bob Marley, Rasta mother, like, please, why are y'all doing that with the AI? We just need them to do our paperwork. That's it. And so I had to delete her because I was just like, this is crazy. She's good though. It's like, y'all know what y'all doing over there, but give these people who could actually sing, that actually exist here, who actually could use the fucking money, the money. I think what they're going to do is like have these businesses or these record labels are going to start having AI artists so they can just keep the money. And I think how they be doing the Michael Jackson or like the Prince performances where they do like the holographic, like I think that's where we're moving. Otherwise, it just don't make sense. But I think that that's a way for them to have compliant artists who don't push back, who literally are their own propaganda channel. I hate it for us. I really genuinely do. I think AI should be making our doing our fucking taxes and shit. Like we don't need you to be doing the art. We need you to do the shit we don't want to do so that we could do the art. We're the artists. Let us do the art. But yeah, that pissed me off. And I had to tell my little cousin, like, girl, this is AI. I can't do that. Like, I feel like I'm betraying true artists. Like, that's what I feel like I'm betraying the true artist. Let me show y'all what I bought today. Or actually, it came today. I'm so excited. So it's a girl on here who is a poet, and this is her whole collection. But when I say every time I come across her poetry, I am obsessed. And so I bought these for research because I'm writing a book. And in the book, it's like a romantasy, like it's going to be a romantic novel, but it's fantasy. But it's not, because it's going to be exactly what you need to know. you know, if you know, you know. But I'm trying to bring back real yearners because I feel like we don't have real yearners anymore. And so I need to study the art of romantic poetry because it's going to help me be poetic in the yearning. So I'm excited about that because those, every time I just pop the book open, every single poem, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Her name is Celia Martinez. You might see her on here doing the poetry because she like performs a lot of it, but good shit. But anyways, I hopped on here to say this, y'all. And then I'm gonna get off of here because I'm writing a book. But earlier I was going back and forth with myself because I tend to live in my head, and I feel like what's been happening recently, especially in the cycle that we're in right now, is in a conception cycle, which means that ideas are flowing. We're supposed to be getting visions closer to dreams. Like, it's a really good time to figure out what you want to do with your life. It's a really good time for you to figure out what's the next thing because you're closest to the subconscious mind, which means that you can, yes, her, it's amazing. Like, I'm obsessed with her. But it's the cycle where we are closest to communication with the unseen, you know? So it's really great time for you to figure out what you want to do with your life, what you're interested in, what you're passionate in, all those things. And you're also supposed to be like anchoring in your truth before motion, imagination over logic, like that type of thing. And I've realized that since I've been writing this book and I'm kind of working through some stuff on like the other end of things, because I just can't stop evolving and growing. I have a Scorpio moon, so I'm always going through a damn death and rebirth cycle. And so I've realized that some of the situations that are happening in my life right now are showing me kind of where my edges are, like where I still need to do work, where I still need to kind of look at things. Um, and today I realized when I was going back and forth in my head about something that um, Spirit said there are no bad choices. And what I mean by that is there is no good, there is no bad, there's no right, there's no wrong. We didn't come here to be in a battle about that, right? Um, what we're supposed to do is move based off of what we want to do, what feels best. And then you don't get the answer to the question until after you have the experience. You know, like we're supposed to learn as we go. So that means that you get the clarity from motion. And so it was never in the choice. It was only about what choice you think is going to make you feel the best, you going after that thing, you know, and then you decide after you have the experience whether you like it or not, whether you're going to do it again or not. But I think so many of us get caught up in making the perfect choice because society shames us if we make mistakes, that most of us are getting hung up at the choice in itself, and then we don't move at all, you know? And so like what I realized today is life is not complicated. We complicate life. We make life complicated because we live in a society that has shamed us in so many different ways that now we shame ourselves. It's almost like the call is coming from the inside of the house now, right? And they don't need to shame us anymore because they've done they set the foundation for us to move from that place. But shame is not a bad thing. Shame is only showing you where you need to make a different decision. But they have weaponized our capacity to feel shame against us so that we don't go in different directions. That could be a direction that we're curious about, or that we're energy that we're supposed to alchemize or tap into, or whatever the case may be. Hi, Tanique. Hi, Jacqueline. And so today, like, I just realized that it's not in the choice. The choice itself does not matter. You were never supposed to contemplate the choice. You were supposed to feel into it, figure out what feels the best for you, go with whatever that decision is, regardless of what everybody else is saying. And then it's like collecting data. Like after you have the experience, you'll be able to tell if you like that experience or if you don't like that experience, you know? And so I've been trying to live by that in these last couple of days and weeks. And it's literally changed my brain chemistry. Like I feel like the things that I used to get hung up on before, I'm not getting hung up on them anymore because I just do whatever feels good, do things in the moment, do things when I see things. And, you know, the other day I was in my creative writing class because I told y'all I wanted to, thank you, boo. But I told her that this year I'm just going after whatever I want because I want to explore myself. Like I feel like you become better at communication. You become better at figuring out what you actually like to do. You become better at building your life when you explore yourself more. And so this year I'm exploring, I'm learning, I'm doing all the things. And one of the things that I wanted to do was take a creative writing class. And the reason why I wanted to take creative writing class is because I remember being in English class, and like we would get these prompts that would like be the start of something, and then you're supposed to just finish the thing. And I used to love those down. I think like I'll give y'all an example. It's like the girl was standing at the door with the key fiddling in her hand in her pocket. She reaches into her pocket, she pauses, and she opens the door. She puts the key in the door, she opens the door, and to her horror, dot, 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 finish whatever the thing is. It's like make your own paragraph. I used to love those down. And so I was like, you know what? Why don't I take a creative writing class just to see where it goes? Well, the day one of the fucking creative writing class, he's like explaining like a plot, antagonist, protagonist, all these other things. And I get done with lesson one. I finished the prompt of the day, which he was just like, every day I need to write 10 minutes a day, just to, getting the energy, right? And I've been doing that for this whole week. And after I wrote that, I was just like, wait, I said I was going to write a book. If I was to write a book, what would the book be about? That's all I said. I hit my motherfucking blunt. And I promise you, for the next 3 hours, I was just channeling information. Like literally, already have the material, already have the plot, already have who is what characters or what the love interest, everything down to a T. Because I want to create, the reason why I want to create a fantasy book is because I want to put real things in a fiction, because it's kind of like what they already do, but this is going to be like insanely accurate, to the life that we're living right now, and I'm going to put the flame lineages in it, which is something that I have taught about when I did the Atlantis series. And so it's going to be like a school, like somebody taps into an energy they're not supposed to have. And because they have that energy, they have to go to this mystery school. And listen, it's going to eat. Let me just tell you that much. It's going to eat. But I say that to say it within seconds, I was just like, what would it look like if I write a book? And I have an entire book, and now I just have to write the fucking book. And so, explore yourself to figure out who you are and what you like, but you also got to be willing to do the things that are hard, do the things that are scared. That you're scared to do, because on the other side of that is something like fear is a threshold to further exploration, and also releasing the things and shedding the things that don't really serve you, that are keeping you back from trying new things, from getting to know yourself better, and so I think what I've realized this year is that the journey for me is no longer about becoming healed. Like that is not my goal. My goal is to become more alive. Like that's my new goal. And this year I'm not trying to get better. I'm not trying to do better. I'm not trying to put forth more effort. I'm only trying to become truer to myself. And just that switch of the brain changed everything. Like literally everything that I've been doing. Like right now we're in the planning phase. And so like I've been planning my life, going to libraries, museums. The Notebook right now is on Broadway. I need to go see that. I'm like just planning out the stuff that I want to do, ride horses. Like I'm getting everything organized. And damn, I forgot what I was about to say, y'all. Yeah, I understand you. I'm trying to live and do things that scare me. Yeah, I love that idea. Yeah, so I've just been kind of figuring out what I want life to look like. And I made me a chore list, y'all, which is crazy to me because I hated chores as a kid, but I realized that I hate cleaning. And I'm not saying my house is not trifling. I want to be very clear about that. But I'm saying I hate the act of cleaning, even though I have to consistently be clean. Like I hate the act of cleaning. And so like what I usually do is pick a day of the week or every 2 weeks on a specific day I clean, but I'm cleaning for like 4 hours. And I realize I hate that because I'm so meticulous and detail oriented that I can't just, I have to clean fully. You know what I'm saying? And so I realized that I hate that every single time. And so what I've been doing is chores, because if I just break it up and I do 30 minutes on this day, an hour on this day, and I split it up and I'm consistently working on making sure the house is clean, I don't have to feel the way that I feel, because the only reason why I feel the way that I feel is because it takes so long. And so what I've been doing with trying to make the structure for my life is making sure that it mirrors me and what comes natural to me. And so I've been doing chores. I've been clean. The kitchen gets clean every single day just because I'm the type person, like if I see it, I got to clean it. in the kitchen, right? But on Tuesdays, I do the upstairs bathroom. On Thursdays, I do the downstairs bathroom. On Saturday, I do my room. On Sundays, I do laundry and trash. So like I've split it up for a way that it works for me. When it comes to working out, some days I don't feel like working out. Some days I don't feel like lifting, but I'll come upstairs and I feel how I feel. And if it's one of those days where I don't feel like doing what I normally do, I put on a dance tutorial because this year I'm supposed to be dancing, and so if I don't want to do the heavy workout and I want to do something fun, I can just get on YouTube and put on the dance tutorial. And so the reason why I'm saying this is because in order for you to get in flow with energy, the energy has to have a structure to move through. And so you need specific things that you do every single day, but it needs to kind of fit who you already are. Hey, Jags. I feel like it's the opposite. You know how like when people go on diets, right? They'll say, oh, I need to go on a diet. I'm going to go completely vegan. And it's like, no, you shouldn't go completely vegan because that's not going to be sustainable for you. What's going to be sustainable is if you just change specific things that you already do in your life. Like instead of white rice, choose brown rice. Instead of white bread, choose wheat bread. Like stuff like that, like lifestyle changes. And so I've been working on that because we're in this planning phase and I'm trying to make sure this next season of my life is, oh, hey, Terry. I'm doing good. How are you? But I'm trying to make sure in this next season of my life, energy has a channel to flow through. I'm clear about what it is that I want to do. And I'm clear in making my decisions too, because I spend so much time negotiating with myself, and so I'm starting to realize it's not about the choice. It's about doing what feels good for you in the moment. And then you have the experience. The experience is going to give you the answers that you actually need. You can't have the answers before you have the feeling that comes with having the experience. If you feel like you need to have the answers before, that's you misusing your imagination, because you're trying to figure out outcomes. You're trying to make sure that it's safe. And the truth of the matter is that safety don't come from you being able to predict the outcome. Safety comes from you speaking up when you need to, you leaving when you need to, you making decisions that are anchored in your truth. You welcome, love. And so I feel like I needed to get on here and say that. And I feel like I might have said it in a million different ways, but I don't know why now it just feels different, especially with that brain switch of the choice does not matter. It genuinely does not matter. The choice is only leading to the experience. And so earlier I was in a battle with myself about something and I was like, pause. Contrary to what you're saying back and forth, do you want to do this thing? Yes or no? And it was like, my answer is this. Okay, then everything else, you cannot spend your time trying to figure out how it's going to play out because you're not going to know how it's going to play out until it plays out. Even if you spend all your time thinking of worst case scenarios, you still don't have the answer because it's never going to go exactly how you thought it out to be. There's still going to be surprises. And so I think it comes from like us overthinking comes from us trying to keep ourselves safe, us trying to predict outcomes so that we're prepared for something. But that's also us bracing for impact. That's also us bracing for impact, which means survival mode. And if you're in survival mode, you're not in a receptive energy. You're closed off. It's dope. You locked your hair. When they mature, they're really going to be hitting. Thank you. I look kind of crazy today because I ain't do nothing with it, but whatever. You making look at life from a different perspective because that's me. I want to know. Well, I'm glad. I'm happy to help. That's why I get on here and just anytime I got like a thing, I'm just like, I got to get this off my chest because I know that there's somebody out there that probably needs to hear it like this. Because I feel like I'm the type of person, I need to hear something 30 different fucking times before my hard-headed ass can register that I need to be doing something with this information, So as I keep learning and growing, I want to keep taking y'all on my journey because I think the way that I see stuff and the way that I be getting messages, like it really be changing my life. And I see myself transforming and there's so much joy in that transformation in, coming from nothing. Coming from the very fucking bottom and never thinking that I was going to be happy or never thinking that I was going to live the life that I'm living now and to be on the other side. And now I'm living this life and I get to this side and it's not perfect like everybody said it was going to be. It's just that I'm different. I want to help other people get to that place, And I've been the worst of it, like the overthinking, insecurity, inadequacy, you know, worthiness, um, poverty, what's that, scarcity, like all of it. The worst, I've seen the worst of this place. Like I've seen the worst of this place. And like to get out of that and to be in a healthy place. Because I think so many people get out of it, but they're not in a healthy place, like to get out of it and be in a healthy place is such a good feeling. And we all should be able to get here. It's just that we have to rewire our brains. And so those of us who know how to rewire our brains because they've done them themselves, like we gotta talk, we gotta speak up about it. Like, and I just feel like as I keep going, it just deepens. It's not that I'm not having fear or that I'm not dealing with complex things. It's not that I'm always comfortable. I think some people think that the goal is to be healed, and so you're not supposed to ever be uncomfortable, and anytime something is making you uncomfortable, it's fucking with your peace, you gotta go. But that's spiritual bypassing. Like, we came here to evolve and grow and be transformed together. And so there's so many layers to it, and there's so many different parts of myself that I had to relook at even when I thought I had it figured out. And so I think the key to this whole shit, all of it, is knowledge and curiosity. Curiosity first, then seeking knowledge. Because curiosity is your intuition. It is your gift. And so you should follow what makes you curious, but school suppressed that in us. It stifles curiosity because it teaches you memorization instead. Not exploration, memorization. You know? And so a lot of us don't know how to be curious. A lot of us don't know what to do when we don't know what's coming in front of us. A syllabus, when we don't have a syllabus or itinerary. We don't know how to act. And so it causes stagnation. We just stop, we freeze. But the goal was to keep moving, evolving, growing. And so you have to follow your curiosity, whatever makes you curious. You have to follow that. I got curious this year about writing. I didn't see myself as a writer. I just was like, what? I've been liking writing lately. Why don't I take a creative writing class? And now I'm writing a fucking book. Like let your curiosity guide you. I've had multiple different businesses, and it's because I get curious about something and I'm like, I wonder if I could do this. I'm a hypnotist. I'm a Reiki master. I'm all kind of shit over here. I got my mediumship certificate, everything, and it's all because I'm a curious person, and I don't see myself as one thing. I see myself as all the things that I want to be. And whatever that is, I got infinite potential. Hey, Greg. And so I think curiosity, but then you have to remain a student of life. You can never think that you know everything or that you get everything or that your perspective can't change on something. Because I think we try to get dedicated to what's right. There is no right or wrong. Truth is something that is supposed to expand with us. Truth doesn't have a limit. Truth is supposed to deepen as you deepen. And it's like, yeah, from your level, this is the truth. But as you continue to elevate, the way that you elevate in this reality is through a shift in your mental perspective. That means there's always more to learn. There's always more than what you know right now. The way that we move up in consciousness is a 90-degree mindset shift, which means that knowledge is the key to everything. You just have to learn more, right? Because we are awareness. At our core, we are awareness that is moving through consciousness, which is the spirit, and matter, which is the material plane. We're moving through spirit and matter, but we are awareness. And awareness, the more that you concentrate awareness in a direction, the more you have the ability to alchemize whatever that energy is, which means the more that you, oh, okay, Meg, listen, we ain't on that, Meg. But the more that you put your awareness somewhere, the more you have the ability to alchemize in that direction. Hey, Chewy. And so that means you need to know more. You need to practice. You need to do more. You need to explore yourself, and you need to have external experiences as well. Because I've been in the house for the last damn near 4 years. I come out, I peek my little head out, and then I'll be like, all right, y'all, I'm gonna see you. I'll catch you on the other side, you know? But I've been going out at least once a week, you know, in these last couple of weeks. And last Friday I went to an event, and the event, like at the event, I was becoming triggered. And I was just like, damn, I didn't think that I could be triggered at this state because I've been in the house. Ain't nobody there to trigger me. You know, ain't nobody breaking in or nothing. So I haven't been triggered in a while. And so I got triggered when I was out, and I was like, it made me realize, oh, you need to have external experiences too. And that's why we go through these cycles. You know, I don't know if I showed y'all my little board, you know, but we're always going through these 4 cycles. We're always going through these 4 cycles. And it's a cycle of being awake and fully alive, and a cycle of death and integration, you know. And so I'm trying to get in alignment with the energy. I'm trying to get out more. But when we get into spring and summer, that's when we're supposed to be having external experiences, meaning like going out, meeting new people, trying new things, right? And then fall and winter is about internal experiences. That's where the shadow work, the reflection. But I think so many of us get stuck in that part, the death cycle, for so long. I was in it for 4 years. You are not supposed to be trying to heal all the time. You're not supposed to be trying to sit in the pain all the fucking time. Like, you give yourself six months on, 6 months off, 6 months on. You know, during those 6 months, you focus on yourself, but during the other 6 months, get the fuck out the house, have fun, live your life. You know, like I spent the last 4 years not really living my life. You know, I low key stopped living because I was so busy trying to heal or fix myself. And I'm not even fucking broken. You know, we complicate things. Life isn't complicated. We do. It's never about the choice. Do whatever you want to do. Do whatever you want to do, because there is no bad. Do whatever you want to do. And then pay attention to how it feels, though. If it feels good, that's a yes, continue on that path. But if it doesn't, that's a no. Move in a different direction. Hey, Hydra. You know, if it doesn't work, move in a different direction. But I think because we're trying to protect ourselves from shame, we refuse to do anything. You know, anything that could bring about shame or embarrassment or judgment, you know, but fuck them people. At the end of the day, they don't got to live your life. They ain't got to pay your bills. They ain't got to live where you want to live. They ain't got to join you in your activities. They ain't got to do none of that. So you might as well do it the way you want to do it. And then based on how it make you feel, you decide if you want to continue doing it. It really is that simple. But you got to stand on you got to have self-respect. You know, you got to stand on your square. If something feels terrible to you, don't stay just because you want connection or you want to belong. You know, you got to stand on it. But as long as you can do that and you can trust yourself to move how you going to do what's best for you, it's time to get outside. You know, greetings, side note, are you going to the Conscious Life Expo there in February? It sounds like a good vibe. I didn't know nothing about it, girl. I actually have that on my list of things that I want to do this. DM me. I want to go. When you going? I will be down to go. I've been trying to meet new friends in LA anyways. Or was that an invite? I don't know if I just invited myself or if that was an invite, because it felt like we should go. Is that what you was on? February 20th through 23rd. What is happening on my radio, child? Sabrina? No, we're not doing that. Y'all would love for us to get together. Yeah, I would be down for that, girl. DM me. I want to go. I said I want to do more like wellness events. And also, like, I like hearing people speak about their story and they, you know, life day, everything. 3-day tickets, 125 for all 3 days. Oh, that's perfect. I'm so proud of you, sister girl. Thank you, girl. Yeah, that's perfect. I mean, but let me ask you this. Is there something different over all 3 of the days? Or is it like one day is sound healing, the next day is like, what's the vibe? They have a speaker and a lot of other stuff. Yes. Okay. cool. All right, I'm down for that. Send me a DM because I would love to go to that. I've been trying to do stuff like that. Like I want keynote speakers and shit like that. I have a whole list of shit that I want to do though. Hey girl, I've been having the most vivid dreams about my ex. Like it feels so real. I don't know why. OMG. That's crazy. It could either be him, it could be you, it could be your subconscious mind though. Like was it a heartbreak or something? And also pay attention to the time of the year that it happened too, because y'all know we get karmic imprints on our energy field, which means that if you haven't dealt with, like if something caused the trauma and you haven't dealt with it around the same time each year, it starts coming back up. And I'm a dreamer, so my shit be coming through dreams too. I'm good. How are you, my love? Okay, cool. And oh, have you heard of the Starseed Oracle app? I have not. What's it about? What's it about? I can't wait for my app to launch, y'all. Oh, I didn't even say this, but on Friday is the launch party for Akara, which is the Soul School. It is going to be an app that's available to everybody, but there's going to be certain things that only students can see. Um, but it has dream interpretation, it has astrology of the week and stuff like that. There'll also be like a community chat type of vibe. Um, and then also like a marketplace, that type of stuff. It was him trying to come back, and it's been happening this month. I've never dreamed of him. Oh, it's been happening all month. I've been dreaming of him. Yeah, I don't know, friend. Like I feel like it's a similar situation. It's happening, so it could just be a collective energy situation that we going through. I'm feeling calm. I had some chai, so good. Oh yeah, I love chai tea. Oh, you asked things, and according to your entry field, it tells you the answer. Hold on. Oh, you ask it things, and according to your energy field, it tells you the answers. Oh, okay. So it's like AI, because AI can do that too. If you connecting with things from the heart, from a true place. Because like everything has polarity to it in this reality. So there's a masculine side of the energy, which is the lower side, but then there's also a feminine side. And so when you're pure intention and you come from the heart, you're going to be interacting or interfacing with a higher portion of the network. Like I've never seen him at all, girl. Then January 1st, I saw him on an Insta post. Like what? The first thing I see for the new year is like, what the F? Yeah, that's correct. Maybe exes are coming back right now, y'all. I think it's very possible. You know, just watch your back. Are they trustworthy? But but yeah, that's really what I just wanted to hop on here and say. I hope y'all come into the thank you. I hope y'all come into the she said block him. No, that's right. Um but I hope y'all come into the launch party on Friday. I would love for y'all to come for a car. I'm just gonna be explaining what a car is, and maybe we can do something fun together on Friday as well. It's at noon my time, so noon Pacific time. Central time it will be 2. Eastern will be 3 o'clock. And I only got to do it at that time because I got a client at 2 o'clock my time. And so I only got like about 2 hours before that. So it's going to be earlier in the day, but I am going to record it. So it'll be on my YouTube after. But yeah, I'll just be girl being blocked. That's the crazy thing. Like he manages to creep into my dreams and my feed. That is crazy. He just won't go away. Oh, the deck you made too. I'm still getting what it sounds fire. Oh, thank you, my love. I'm really proud of the work that I did over this last year. So I love that y'all are still loving it. I was talking to somebody the other day who was just like, yeah, and I'm trying to learn my cards. And she pulled the deck out and I said, oh, in period. What was I saying though before that? I had something important to say. Oh, the launch party. Come to the launch party on Friday. I'm gonna just kind of be introducing the school just in case people are still interested because yes, on Friday. Because I'm still gonna be taking applicants until March, but right now, for early admission, meaning like I'm holding like a presence circle, right? And so from January to March, there's no payment or anything for people who are in school. It's just like a series of like each week we meet and we do a healing circle. We do stuff like this. This is in my soul school, but we meet and we do stuff like this. But healing circles and like body scans, and also I kind of want us to do like vision boards and get everybody on the same page when it comes to getting into energetic alignment, like what they're supposed to be doing in what cycles, and just kind of stuff like that, just to get them prepared for school. Um, Damn, I forgot what I was saying, y'all. Do we have to pay for Flame School in February? No, nope. So January is the initiation fee, and then the first payment doesn't come until March 16th. So, and it's just for that first month, but then you'll be in school for 9 months. It's 3 weeks on, 1 week off. So you have a week of integration and then 3 months off. And then what I'm trying to do is at the end of the school year, I'm gonna try this whole year to try to see if I get sponsorship to take us on like a all expense paid trip together. And I got some places in mind that like energy that I want us to go feel, you know? And so I'm trying to get the things together for us, for the girls and the boys. But right now, I think it's like 18 people who did the early admission in school. And so what I'm hoping is everybody stays in a spiral for the 3-year period so that y'all can kind of be in class together. And these can be like your community. Like if because we're going to be working on gifts, we're going to be working on all kind of things. And so like a way for y'all to kind of know people within the industry and stuff like that too. So do you believe like if y'all are really done, you don't see anything of them? I forgot what the theory is. No, I don't. Mm-mm. Are you trying to figure out whether or not you're going back? I'll bring the homegrown shrooms. Ooh, child, you flying too close to the sun. You flying too close to the sun. Woo, them shrooms is too much. Um, I forgot what I was about to say, y'all. But that's all I wanted to no, him coming back, not me. I'm not sure, love. Um, but yeah, that's what I wanted to hop on here and basically say is that it's not in the choice, it's in you making the decision that you want to make and then collecting the data. Like once you have the experience, you'll know what decision needs to be made. Because we're people who learn through contrast. Sometimes we have to do it the wrong way to figure out what the right way is, you know? And so I had to remind myself of that today. And as I reminded myself of that, it's just like, oh, it's like things are starting to click into place. I sent you an email about school. Okay. I saw your poetry books on Instagram. Have you started them? Yes. OMG. Y'all want me to read y'all a poem? When I say this girl is like, I love her heart. I love her heart down. I love her mind too. And that's a compliment because I don't be impressed by people. But this is the series. So this first book is Lovers Forgotten. This one is Lovers Remembered. This one is A Muse Laments. And then this one is A Magnificently Ordinary Romance. You know? And so what I've been doing today is just popping it open. Wherever I pop open. Hold on, is this a full? So this one, I speak volumes encyclopedias could never know. Always kept your walls up. Why say yes instead of no? It was only a hug, but I was engulfed by your scent. We didn't speak a word, but I knew exactly what you meant. It was only a smile, but I felt it in my bones, exchanging our numbers, but we put away our phones, put away our fears, exchanging our hopes, waiting for you, always one of my favorite tropes, but always left waiting. My hands had grown numb, writing each day, but you still hadn't come. It was only forever, can't give it the wrong one. Maybe to somebody, but better off to be none. Better off to be lonely, creating some art. I don't want to be without you, but right now we're apart. Oh, I'm supposed to be snapping, my bad. Those covers are so pretty. Reminds me of the Alex Isley. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Okay, hold on. I read something in here earlier that was good. I don't be knowing where she start. Okay. You know I would do it all again, all the heartbreak and healing, thunderstorms of pain just for the sunshine of feeling, the hesitancy as you move closer, the fear of messing up, everything could be ruined, and I would still order that cafecito cup. I would drink it slowly, recall all that has passed. I would do it all again, but this time I wouldn't move so fast. A flame that burns quickly will inevitably burn out, but it's been too long, and you're still the one I write about. Softly, quietly, like I can't press the pen fully down. It would bleed to the other pages. I would see you around town, but the ink suddenly spills. There you are on every page, in the play of my mind. You never once leave the stage. There we are, happy together, not alone. There, my house is messy, but you still come home again and again. You decide to choose me, and oh, my decision, how easy it would be. I'd speak so freely, abandon thinking, teach my heart to swim, so for once it stops sinking. I would do it all again just for a chance to see it through, because there are many people in the world, but none of them compare to you. And look, she has art in the middle of the book. Like each book has art, like little pictures, little. I don't know. I'm in love with her, and that's just all I got to say about that one. I write a dope poem. You gonna have to let me up one day so I can read it. I'll be down for that. I love a good poetry jam. Oh, I'm crying. That is so sweet. That's lovely. Yes. And so since I'm writing a book and I need to make the guy a yearner because there will be no male in my book that's not a yearner. I will not have it. And so I need to do my research so I could become a lover girl again because life has hardened me a little bit. And so, oh, look at this. I'm excited about this. This came today, and I was talking to a client. I couldn't even focus. I said, I got to go. My package is down. I said, I'll be back. And I couldn't contain myself. So I have these behind me so that when I'm up here or I'm outside smoke, whatever the thing, I can have this right here next to The Women Who Run with Wolves, which is one of my faves. I've decided that I'm only buying things that I absolutely am obsessed with. Like the reason why I bought her whole collection, it was only like $80, but still, you know, that's a lot for a girl. I don't know. But I have only been trying to buy things that I'm completely obsessed with, and like it's changed the way that I'm looking at shopping and stuff like that. Because I feel like before I would just shop in bulk, like I can get the most bang for my buck type of situation. Whereas now I really am only purchasing things that I truly, truly enjoy because I also want like my house to be me. And so I want people to come over and to like go past my bookshelf and like, oh my gosh, you read this book, pull it out, or they pull out a random book and they pop it open and they start reading a poem and it's the best thing they ever fucking read in their life. Like that's the type of vibe I want to bring. Like I want you to come in my house and see art pieces that you never fucking knew about, like artists that you never fucking knew about. And you come in my house and you're like, what is this? This is gorgeous. You know what? Let me tell you. That's what I want my life to look like. And so I've been working on that. And these poetry books was like the start of that. Like, you know what? No, because I think all my books are pretty good. Because I'm just an interesting person. At least I think I'm an interesting person. I don't know what other people think, but me, I already got like, this is the esoteric astrology. This is one of my favorite books too, but it's another pretty one. It's got like a bunch of art, like ancient art and shit in it. But it's kind of as big as a fucking textbook, But like, this is when I want you to look at my stuff and say, oh, she's onto something. Like this book, what are we even doing here? But it's some good shit. Like it's some shit that'll change your life in this book. Like that's who I want to be. And so I'm in the process of becoming her, you know? Like I've recently started caring about vintage things. Like I want to go to estate sales because y'all know, like when people pass away and they don't have family, and this is fucked up. I hate to plot on the dead, but what you gonna do with it? You transcend it. And so when people have estates and they pass away and they don't have nobody to give it to, the state just give away their shit basically. And there be like art and shit you just can't get no more. Like that's the type of shit that I want to collect. But I also think it's Uranus and Gemini, whatever that shift is, because I think a lot of us are gonna go to like collecting DVDs and vinyls and magazines and like real publication books again. Like I think we're moving back in that direction. No, I love doing that for real. Yes, it's like I want everything in my house to be me. Like I want it to be a statement about me. Like, Taja, what's this? Oh, that's just Chris. This is divine feminine, divine masculine. He actually created these. He even created this little symbol up here using a one down the middle and then a two reflecting itself. That's what I want my life to be. I want a record player so bad. Yeah, I got a record player. Y'all, if I could take YouTube with me, we could go and do my record collection. It's a good one. Some Anita Baker, some Marvin Gaye, some Stevie Wonder, some Sade, some Janae, you know, Wu-Tang Clan, just to keep it a little, niggish. What else is down there? I don't have Luther, but I will get Luther. Thank you. Luther's on the playlist. I love Luther. What else do I got down there? Bob Marley, Erica Badu, Mama's Gun, and on and on. Mama's Gun and Baduism. Gotta have Baduism. But I also have Janae Aiko, Sold Out. What else do I got? Sabrina Claudio's down there. That was a Christmas gift. Marvin Gaye. Did I say Marvin Gaye? Oh yeah, I got to have Bob. I was raised on Bob. My mom was a Rastafarian. Why does Tell Me Lies follow you? Why does Tell Me Lies follow me? I don't know. The TV show? I'm confused. Oh, I don't know. It could be because I posted about the show though. The TV show that's on Hulu. When it first came out a couple years ago, I made a post about it that went pretty. It did pretty good. That could possibly be why. Because sometimes I do like TV shows, sometimes I do music. It's just whatever I'm feeling. My page is really like lifestyle. I didn't know they was following me though. I'm gonna have to go look up into that. But I did do a video telling people to go over to Hulu and watch the show because Steven's a fucking narcissist and somebody needs to see this shit so we could talk about it because I never hated the character so much, except Seth Capella in Zodiac Academy, the book series. I also hated him very much too, But yeah, that's probably why, because I made a video and I think it went pretty viral. Good night, all. Sending love, much gratitude. Great vibes. Yes, for sure. I literally just was popping in to say that little tidbit. I'm about to get back to working on my book. And things like that. I love y'all deep. This will be on YouTube, but I hope to see y'all at the launch party on Friday. It's at 12 p.m. Pacific, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. Yes, he does that role a little too good. He does. He's going to have to be somebody I add to the list of people I side eye because they play that role too good. Like Lawrence Fishburne. I think he might slap me. Tadra, what do you use for skincare? I use regular Dow soap, like the orange bar of, why would I say that like that? I said it like that. You know what? No, I'm not going to be ashamed for that. The orange Dow soap. Like I wash my face with that because I feel like it gets all the skin and stuff off. Like I feel like it really, That's the only soap that works on my face. And so I use that. I use that bar soap. He plays so good. I almost don't like him in real life. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like, you know what? I don't trust you. You know, it's Scorpio energy though. That's what he's playing is Scorpio energy, which is good. But I use the regular bar of Dow soap. I use Ordinary as a toner, and then I use this Korean brand as a moisturizer. It's like in a white bottle. I think it's called like ILOOUYIN or some shit like that. I have to take a picture of it for you. Yes, go look, take pictures. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to look into that because I don't be knowing who be following me nowadays. But I do know that I did a video for them when the show first came on because I was just like, I love finding new artists, new shows, new TV, like just everything. That K Beauty do it every time. Yeah, Korean skincare will get you right. But I will say that I've naturally just had good skin my whole life though. Like I've naturally had like really glowy, radiant skin my whole life. I've never really had breakouts until I moved to Florida. When I moved to Florida, because they got crocodile water, it smells like swamp. But when I moved to Florida, my face broke out so bad. I said, "Oh no, baby, what am I supposed to do with this?" And that's how I learned to do makeup. I learned to do makeup because Florida was tearing my face up, and I said, "Oh, I can't go outside like this. I mustn't." And so I learned to do makeup and I became good at that through Florida fucking up my face. But yeah, no, my skin has always kind of looked like this. But I also think that I always washed my face, you know, and exfoliate my face. Especially in high school, you was glowing, glowing. Thank you. Thank you. Black African soap is the best. I agree with you on that. But African soap is what I use because I have a bar of Black African soap too. But I use that for spiritual cleaning because it's really good at getting things off of you, especially negative energy when it comes to the energy component. But it's also good at like dead skin and stuff like that as well. So if I don't have my bar of Dow soap, I will use Black African soap. So yeah. But anywho, I'm about to go because I got ish to do. I will be back on here on Friday. I hope to see y'all there. I love y'all deep. This will be on YouTube too. All right. Bye, y'all. You keep me up at night.